Hey guys, Ben here, and welcome to Bloodborne, episode 15. Last time, we took down the Hemwick witches, or witches of Hemwick, however you want to say it, and completed Hemwick Charnel Lane. This time, we are going to be heading into the Forbidden Forest, or woods, or whatever it's called, and seeing what we can do there. But first, let's see if the old lady has anything new to say. Is that it? Apparently that's all she has to say. Quite the talkative one, that girl. And running into things. Let's see. So we opened this gate before, or door. This is what, after you beat Vicar Amelia and you get the cutscene, which I'm very sorry again. I know I said it at the end of the video, but I'm very sorry for how the video compressed all of that, and how so many frames were dropped. That just sucked, and I really wish it didn't happen. I have no idea why. But yeah, we got the password to open this up, which is the route to Bergenworth, because if you recall, the only people allowed to get to Bergenworth, since the students and teachers had fled after the church had painted them as radicals, only people able to come over here were students and faculty themselves. Let's see if there's anything around the corners. Nope. Forbidden Woods. I was right the second time. Okay. I don't really remember where all the items are in this area, so I'm just looking around frantically. Sorry if the camera pans a crazy amount. So this is the area of most Souls games where people just absolutely lose their minds. In Demon Souls, it was, particularly for me, was I think it was the fourth area, where it's sort of really swampy and stuff. In this game, no, in Dark Souls, it was Blighttown. In Dark Souls 2, I know there's a place like this. My mind is, oh crap. My mind is not treating me kindly today. Okay, so the enemies here are very similar to ones that we've seen before, except for that one. That guy was never a thing before. But they have a lot more health, and these guys are much easier to deal with if you use a big weapon like the Kirk Hammer or Ludwig's Holy Blade. Hello. So the enemies are going to be doing a lot more damage, are going to be taking a lot more damage, and in general are going to be moving, I think, a little bit faster. Is there anything over here? I don't like you guys. I got him. Come on, come on, come on. Let me get a visceral attack. Haha. Spinning the camera around way too much. Alright. Adept Blood Gemstone too. That's pretty nice. Madman's Knowledge. Always gotta use those right away. So yeah, also in this area, which isn't like noticeable, obviously, there will be traps, and people have been suckered into them and died many a time. Unlike traps in previous games, though, these traps are the gift that keep on giving just because you've activated a trap and you've gotten out of the way of it once does not mean the trap is done being sprung. So be careful, because on the other side of this is a bird. And over here in the grass, this up is another bird. Crow. Carrion. Annoying fat chunk of meat. Can't open this yet. This is our... It's gonna take forever to get there, but it's our shortcut. So you want to get this guy to come down here and kill him over on this side, because there's a gunner over the bridge that we don't really want to have to deal with both of them at the same time. And let's do this. Okay, we want to kill the gunner over here as soon as possible. Is there anything over here? It doesn't really matter. You don't have to do it as soon as possible. But I'm going to show you the first of many a trap. So that comes down, it comes this way, and then it drops. That wasn't a really good shot of it. Maybe I'll get another one if I die. Which isn't the plan, but you never really plan on dying. So these guys have more health than the previous ones, and they don't get phased, I don't believe, by your standard weapon attack, which is why I was using a visceral or the heavy blade, greatsword. So we can come down over on this side, which makes sense, but because it's the obvious way to go, it is not the way you want to go to have the best chance at living. Instead, we're gonna hop around over here, and instead of actually going over there, we're gonna come over here because there's a special item thing. Let's get this guy out of the way first. Oh crap. Tons of birds, tons of birds, tons of birds. There's only two, but there's another one. There's a third one. See, so there's more than just a couple. You know... Huh. That's... okay. Bad memory is bad. I remembered there being much more there. Okay. There's gonna be a dog over here. It is possible, like everything else, to get enemies to... Oh my god! Okay. So that sucked. I knew there was dogs. I forgot how many there were and where they were. I was gonna say that if you play your cards right, you can make the enemies hop backwards, and particularly the dogs. Some of the dogs like to run in a sort of weird circle pattern. You know what? Screw that. Can I do this? Yeah, sometimes the dogs will run in a circle before heading straight at you, which you can use to your benefit, because since there are a lot of fires in the area, they can run into the fires and actually kill themselves. Come on, enemy. Let's see if I do sort of get phased a little bit. Bad memory is bad. Good memory is good. Subpar memory is subpar. Just hope I don't end up effing myself over. Oh, okay, well we got dogs that know we're around. Yeah? Okay. Let's do this. This, because of how it is, it doesn't actually have a standard L2. Instead, it has a secondary two-handed attack. Because you can't fire the gun with it. Alright. Yep. Oh, that was nice. You walk straight through the fire. Through the fire and the flames. So I know it's totally what's it called? Totally cliche, but I absolutely love that song. There was a point when I would just listen to that song on repeat like crazy. And not even like the short version, like the full way too long version. Oh. You attacked a little quicker than I thought. Because of that, you get disabled. Yeah. This is actually a required place to go through in the game. In case you were wondering, this is no longer an optional thing. So I don't remember if there's anything down here, but the path that you are sort of intended-ish to go down is this one. But as you can see, that doesn't necessarily look like the safest place to go. So we're not going to go down there, because if we did, we would have a wonderful drop, we would take damage, and we would be put into a place that is not quite fun to be in. Instead, let's come over here. Now, there's all this over here, we want to do that, but first I'm going to come over this way. Trust me, this does make sense. I'm gonna come and grab this. See that guy there? There's enemies all over the place. Before I do anything, though, I want to kill these dogs. Because... yeah. And there's an NPC, the lone NPC in the Forbidden Woods, right here.
Oh. A hunter of beasts, are you? Glory be, you know not the value you possess. But more's the pity. The hours of the night are many, and the beasts more than I can count. A veritable hunt unending. Not even death offers solace, and the blood imbibes you. A most frightful fate. Oh my. But I'm willing to do you a kindness. Step lightly round to the right of the great cathedral and seek an ancient, shrouded church. The gift of the Godhead will grant you strength. Yes, I'm unquestionably certain.
And with that, we got the tonsil stone. This guy will not come with you, you can't offer him safety, and he'll just sort of repeat the last couple words he said. This tonsil stone, oh, it's here, is a latticed deformed rock. A latticed deformed rock, or perhaps a meteorite. Appears useless, but possesses some odd gravitational force that prevents its riddance. A dubious soul once said, "Step lightly round the church of the great cathedral and seek an ancient shrouded church. The gift of the Godhead will grant you strength." Sounds fun. Don't, whatever you do, don't go forward. If you, I guess I'll show you this first, I guess. Yeah. Oh, forgot you were there. But there's an enemy over here, which I'll get to later. If you go forward, he will... what will he do? He will close the gate and open all of the dog cages, which obviously sounds about as fun as it sounds. No, it's about as fun as it sounds. How did I get that phrase wrong? See, how do I want to go at this? In here, there's going to be two enemies. One of them is going to be a gun one. We want to kill the gun one first, obviously, since gun ones are annoying. And now that we've done... now that we've done this, we we'll notice that there is an enemy over here. I believe there are 2 enemies over here that'll come out because we've done this. Yes! See, obviously, none of these sort of shortcuts, and not shortcuts, none of these ways of going through the level would be obvious unless you had made tons of mistakes beforehand. But that's what I'm here for. You don't have to make the mistakes. You don't I mean, you can if you want, but okay. Let's get this dude. But I understand that a lot of people won't play games like this, or won't play these games because of how tough they are. And I want to show people that if you know what you're doing, these games can't be tough. So this is funny to me. On a totally different note, you can actually search the body through here, and I've done that most of the times, but you can actually enter this house, shack, and pick it up from here. Well, I screwed that up, but I guess I didn't. No, not really. Sort of did. Can I leave this way? No. Alright, now we've got this to deal with. 3 enemies at once. Can we dig it? Yeah, we can. Be careful for the center. Yeah, be careful for the center. It is collapsingable. Collapsingable? I'm not gonna go over across here yet. You can. And we'll show you what's there in a minute. But I'm just gonna keep going around this to see if there's anything here. What's this? We're gonna be opening this shortcut in a second. Anything in here? No. Yes, maybe? Oh no, this is where you drop down from. So yeah, you would fall down from there, you'd hit here. And this. And now, I'm not really excited about this. Is there anything down here? We'll see, I guess. Yep, there's a thing. If you don't know what's down there, you just go charging straight ahead like I did the first time I played this. You know, the birds tend not to be amazingly difficult to deal with, but when you don't know that they're there, and you take fall damage, and the ground just collapses in front of you, it is deadly. Okay, no, I wanna... How do I get back to where I wanna go? I wanna go this way. This way, this way, this way. Okay, so I'm not going to be doing this just yet, but there is something down here. I'm going to actually get to that in the next episode, so don't worry, I know it's there. I didn't forget about it. It is, for those wondering, you know what, I'll just save it for later. Let's see the white church close. So we could have waited till this point and before inviting Adela the nun to the church, but we didn't, because this is a church outfit, so we can use this. Attire church doctors. These doctors are superiors to the black preventive hunters and specialists in experimentally backed blood administration in the scourge of the beast. They believe that medicine is not a means of treatment, but rather a method for research, and that some knowledge can only be obtained by expressing oneself to sickness. Exposing. And they all say the same thing. Let's see what it looks like. The gloves are exactly the same. And we got this. That was kind of funny. Got this, and we got bloody face. Yeah, that's that. See, it's slightly better at poison resist. I know it's, yeah, I guess it's a little better, yeah. It's better slow, but less, whatever. Why am I changing it to that? I'm gonna go to this. Won't be dealing with poison for a wee bit, so no need to worry about that. Okay, this is where things can get stressful. And it's not the dogs. The dogs are the least of thine worries. I want to kill this guy first. And don't operate the device. Leave it open. Okay, but the reason this can be stressful is we slowly come around here. Let's go around the other way. And we've got a snatcher. Okay. Who I am going to try to backstab. Yes! Got it off. Awesome! I love how leveling really... You might not sort of think you're doing much, but when you fight a snatcher after you've leveled a bit, obviously I didn't fight it there, I backstabbed it. Ooh! Yeah, you feel like you're growing in strength. So this is the first of our spells that we'll be getting. The Beast Roar. Force of a Beast Roar repels foes. Enemies. One of the forbidden hunter tools made by Irreverent Izzy. Borrow the strength of the terrible undead dark beasts, if only for a moment, to blast surrounding foes back with the force of a roaring beast. The indescribable sound is broadcast with the caster's own vocal cords, which begs the question, what terrible things lurk deep within the frames of men? So, I've never used magic before. I know that it takes up... So let's see what it does. I know it uses up... what do you call it? It uses up Quicksilver bullets, and it requires you to have an arcane stat, specifically this one, of 15. That's it. So let's see what it does. Ooh. That's pretty cool. So that just blasts enemies back, I guess, according to what it said. Sweet. Oh, right, that guy. That was lucky that I stopped right there. A lot of Molotov cocktail peeps ootin' a boot this evening. Oh, what? That didn't kill you? Okay, where's the other guy? Did that guy drop anything? Nope. You dropped nothing, fool! So the reason I'm coming here and doing this is because these guys throw stuff down at you. If you wanted to, there's that little swampy area we saw before, and as you can see there are enemies in it, and it has fire, or it has oil. That's when it's colored like that, that means that it and parts of it have been oiled up so that it will deal massive amounts of fire damage if fire is thrown on it. Then they give you that. So let's see. And then the water will be on fire for a bit. Yeah, I mean it's effective. There's not really as many of them as... If you do burn the water, you do run a risk of burning yourself. So stay out of the way as much as you can. Okay, we gotta... Is this... I'm just attacking the ground. Wonderful. Okay, let's go kill this dude. I like that they kept those enemies around for this area and not just the standard enemy type. Ooh. Because you know, it's sort of an enemy that you don't necessarily, you wouldn't necessarily remember. At least I hadn't really remembered them and didn't think they would be returning. He just missed his ground. Didn't think they'd be returning, but they did, and I liked that they. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know people don't necessarily like enemies being recycled, but something about this game, the enemies when they recycle them, I know they give them a new sort of coat of clothing, which isn't much, but I still think it's nice. So, you know, I'm gonna do this first. I was gonna end there, but there's a shortcut really close, and I think I'll open that. Oh, right. Okay, so you'll see up here, there's a gunner. I don't know, is it possible to throw a Molotov cocktail at it? Ooh, it is! I've never done that before. And I just missed. And he's dead. Wow, that makes this whole thing so much freaking easier. Because before, what I would do is I would lure one of these guys out, bring these guys out one at a time, and then deal with it. But yeah. Okay. And now we're dealing with the part that I just hate this. Or did the first time around. So there's a guy way on the other side over there with a freaking cannon. And he will shoot that cannon. So you sort of have to be aware of where you can go at any time. That cannon, by the way, is a one-hit KO. So, crap. That wasn't the way I wanted to go. And that has an area of effect, so yeah. It's fun times all around. Okay. Over here. Runs directly across. Don't worry about that guy behind you. Get him after you get the gunner. I kind of like how in this game the enemies with range, it's really only this type, seem much more dangerous than they did in previous Souls games because you yourself don't really have a long range weapon. And though you do have a gun like them, your gun seems to do significantly less damage. I'm not going to deal about that guy right there. You want to come take this guy out. Just to show off, we can do this. We can't control the cannon in any way, shape, or form. So don't get cocky, kid. Twin bloodstone shards? How many of those do we have? Oh, we might have enough to level a weapon soon. I mean, not soon. We have enough to level a weapon. Oh, right. Okay. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go try to fight that thing over there. I remember really not liking it, but... Oh, crap. It's one of those ones. Okay, come on. This is a type that doesn't react when you hit it with your weapon. So first time I got over here, I had 50,000 something souls, killed this guy, was spieling on top of the world, decided to attack that thing, and I got not happy placed. Alright, so let's see, do I want to do that? You know what? No, I think I'm gonna go back. Sorry for the backtracking. I know what I want to do next time, and I'm sort of going based off of what I'm gonna do next time and how I wanna stuff. Alright, guys. So after clearing all of that, of the first section of the Forbidden Woods. I think we're gonna end it there. Next time we're gonna go see where this tunnel, cave, leads us. See you guys then.